أهلا بيكم برنامج الترجمة قسم اللغة الإنجليزية في التعليم المدمج بجامعة القاهرة. احنا بنتقابل النهاردة علشان المحاضرة الرابعة في مادة جرامر 1 1103. أهلا بيكم. طيب، there is something which we call inverted subjects and verbs. يعني to invert. To invert يعني to change. طب invert subjects and verbs يعني put the subject in place of the verb and put the verb in place of the subject. طيب، انتوا عارفين ان في اي جملة the subject comes first، لكن there are different instances in which the verb comes before the noun or the verb comes before the subject. ابسط حاجة اللي انتوا عارفينها ومش بتاخدوا بالكم او بنقولها ان in when we have a question the verb comes first. لكن هنعرف هنا بقى ان في حالات تانية كتيرة بيجي فيها الفعل قبل الفاعل. طيب، you know that when you form a question with a helping verb اللي هو be وhave وcan وcould وwould وshould وmay وmight كل الكلام ده the subject and the verb in the sentence are inverted. Inverted in other words يعني the verb comes before the subject. يعني لما أقول he can read French، لو أنا بعمل سؤال هقول can he read French؟ he would help if you ask، فهقول would he help if you ask؟ you were late this morning، برضو هقول were you late this morning؟ ده لما بسأل سؤال. طيب، to form a question when there is no helping verb، افرضوا بقى ان انا يعني عايزة اعمل سؤال وانا ما عنديش helping verb اللي هي اللي قلناها دي اللي بنعمل بيها الأسئلة وبنعمل بيها النفي. If there is no helping verb in the sentence, the verb do is used in the same tense of the verb in the sentence. بستعمل do في نفس التنس بتاع الفعل اللي في الجملة. يعني لما أقول مثلا he works in Alexandria، مش works دي is something that you do، يبقى هتستعمل الفعل المساعد do. في أنهي tense works is a present simple tense، يبقى هتستعمله في ال present simple tense. وفي نفس الوقت I have the subject he, then the verb should agree with the subject as well. يعني هقول he works دي هتبقى do do دي هتبقى does لأن أنا عندي he. إذا كانت they work in Alexandria فهتبقى برضو do وهتبقى do علشان they، بقول they do لكن he does. طيب، يبقى does he work in Alexandria؟ he helped them with their work. طيب helped is a past tense verb، يبقى هجيب do في ال past tense، فهقول did he help them with their work؟ alright. Notice that in questions في الأسئلة بقى the subject comes between the helping verb and the verb which is always in the infinitive. يعني يمكن الكلام ده مبهم شوية because the tense is indicated by the helping verb. يعني ايه؟ الفعل، يعني أنا ما بعمل أسئلة ايه اللي بيقول لي إن الفعل ده مظبوط مع الفاعل اللي هو الفعل المساعد اللي بستعمله عشان أسأل بيه. لكن الفعل الأساسي بتاع الجملة بيبقى في المصدر. أنا خلاص الفعل المساعد ده اللي بسأل بيه هو اللي عرفني التنس وعرفني البروناون agreement وكل الكلام ده. طيب، يعني أنا لما قلت هنا does he work ما قلتش does he works، لا، لازم الفعل يجي في المصدر ما دام في فعل مساعد، و did he help، مش بقول did he helped. أنا بستعمل مع الفعل المساعد في الزمن المظبوط ومع الريفرنس المظبوط للفعل اللي بيشير إليه، بيتفق معاه، بستعمل الفعل في المصدر. يعني works بتبقى does work. where does he work؟ و helped بتبقى did help. did he help؟ alright؟ طيب تعالوا بقى نشوف أول حاجة هنا subjects and verbs. أول حالة يعني subjects and verbs are inverted with question words. question words اللي هي when, where, what, who, which. أي WH questions دي بنقول عليها question words. Notice that question words like what, where, when, where, why, where اتقالت مرتين معلش، why and how can be used as question words and can also join two clauses. انتوا عارفين ان احنا بنستعملهم كconnecting words لما كنا بنتكلم على sentences with a number of clauses، لكن في نفس الوقت هم question words. تعالوا نبص كده. In questions the subject and the verb are inverted. يعني بقول when is the exam، هقول the exam is مثلا tomorrow. Where is he going؟ What should I do؟ لكن the same question words اللي هي when, where, what can be used to join two clauses. In this case we have sentences and not questions. Subjects come before verbs. ما دام أنا عندي جملة ومش عندي سؤال يبقى ما what ما بتجيش قبل الفاعل، لا، أو ما بيبقاش inversion، الفعل ما بيجيش قبل الفاعل. يعني لو أنا بقول I do not know when، مش هقول when is the exam. ليه؟ لأن أنا عندي هنا I do not know إيه؟ when the exam is the noun clause. أنا عندي هنا clause، ما عنديش سؤال، يبقى ما أعملش inversion للفعل والفاعل، بيجي الفعل وبعدين الفعل. We do not know where he is going. دي غلطة شائعة على فكرة، إن الناس ممكن تقول we do not know where is he going. لا، دي clause مش سؤال. لما تبقى clause you do not invert the subject and the verb. Do not tell me what I should do. مش what should I do، what I should do. ليه؟ لأن أنا هنا ما عنديش سؤال، أنا عندي clause. في السؤال بس هو اللي question words دي اللي بتيجي أحيانا كرابط اللي بعمل inversion للsubject and the verb. طيب نعمل exercise دي مع بعض. Put the question words in boxes, underline the subjects once and the verbs twice, whatever. وهنقول الجملة صح ولا غلط. طيب the factory، the subject, is not certain when will the new products be ready. أنا عندي هنا سؤال عشان أقول when will the new products be ready. لا، أنا عندي clause، يبقى هقول إيه؟ when the new products will be ready. The lawyer does not understand why the client keeps the truth from him. دي صح. Why the client؟ why لأن هي هنا clause. The client subject keeps verb the truth from him. لكن افرضوا ان انا كان عندي سؤال هقول ايه؟ where ايه؟ why انا بعمل سؤال هقول طيب why the client keeps، انا عندي keeps يبقى هستعمل do. and the client is singular يبقى هستعمل ايه؟ وفي ال present simple هستعمل does. افرضوا ان انا بسأل سؤال ده خارج الجملة دي خالص، هقول why does the client keep وkeep في infinitive the truth from him. How employees can get information about their benefits. لا أنا هنا ما عنديش clause، أنا عندي هنا سؤال، يبقى هعمل إيه؟ هجيب الفاعل بعد الفعل، مش هقول how employees can get، لا هقول how can، و employees تيجي ما بين جزئين الفعل. How can employees get information about their benefits? Where is it cheapest to spend a vacation? صح دي. Where is it؟ it هنا هي الفاعل، وانا هنا عندي سؤال، يبقى هيجي الفعل الأول. Where is it cheapest to spend a vacation? Only the doctor can tell you. How many tablets? How أنا عندي هنا clause، يبقى how many tablets can you take ولا you can take؟ You can take لأن أنا ما عنديش سؤال. Only the doctor can tell you how many tablets you can take for your headache. Type skill number 16 is about the second instance of inverting subjects and verbs. بصوا بقى. Subjects and verbs are inverted with place expressions. يعني ايه place expressions؟ احنا دايما بتقولوها وما ما بناخدش بالنا منها. احنا مش بنقول here is و there is. انا ممكن اقول here is your book وممكن اقول your book is here. طيب لكن لو جبت here في الأول يبقى here comes before، يعني when you have here at the beginning of the sentence يبقى the verb comes before the subject. Here is your book، لكن بقول your book is here إذا كان subject ال place expression ولا word at the end. Type after words or phrases expressing place the verb comes before the subject. يعني بقول here is the book you want. There are the books you need. Nowhere دي برضو مكان. Have I seen such weather. لو أنا بجيبها في الآخر هقول I have seen such weather nowhere. Right? أو I have nowhere seen such weather. هقول برضو في الجملتين الأولانيين the book you want is here. The book is here. لكن لما يجي الكلمة أو العبارة اللي بتتكلم على المكان في أول الجملة you invert the subject and the verb. طيب when prepositional phrases of place come at the beginning of the sentence the verb and the subject are inverted. مش دايما الكلمات بتبقى here and there. يعني أي حاجة أي phrase indicating a place coming at the beginning of the sentence معناها إن لازم you invert the subject and verb. يعني لو بقول on the shelf on the shelf دي مكان جاية في أول الجملة هقول are the books you want. لكن لو جاية في آخر الجملة هقول the books you want are on the shelf. طيب around the corner is the flower shop مش the flower shop is لكن the flower shop is around the corner. Beyond the mountain lies the river. Alright? يبقى with places or words of place, with words or expressions of place coming at the beginning of the sentence, the verb comes before the subject. طيب notice that in the above examples اللي قلناها دلوقتي the prepositional phrase is needed to complete the meaning of the sentence. أنا محتاجة prepositional phrase علشان أكمل معنى الجملة. But when the place expression at the beginning of the sentence does not contain necessary information to complete the meaning of the sentence, the subject and the verb are not inverted. إذا ما كانتش بتقول حاجة مهمة عشان تكمل معنى الجملة يبقى ما بنجيبش الفعل قبل الفعل. طيب يعني لو أنا بقول مثلا on the shelf are many books، الجزء ده مهم عشان يكمل معنى الجملة، لأن أنا ما أقدرش أقول many books are، ما تبقاش الجملة كاملة are إيه. يبقى أنا هنا محتاجة an expression of place to complete the meaning of the sentence. لكن بصوا على الجملة اللي جاية. On the shelf I put the books I borrowed. أنا مش محتاجة on the shelf هنا، ده أنا بقول I put the books I borrowed ودي جملة كاملة. I do not need anything to complete the meaning. يبقى ساعتها هحط on the shelf وأحط comma and I do not put the verb before the subject. طيب نعمل مع بعض exercise 16. Each sentence contains an expression of place at the beginning of the sentence. طيب هنشوف بقى الجملة صح ولا غلط. In front of the desk were some chairs. In front of the desk هي مهمة هنا عشان تكمل معنى الجملة، لأن أنا مش ممكن بس أقول some chairs were. It's important, so I invert the subject and the verb. هقول were some chairs. Number 2, there a new shopping mall is in the area. أولا أنا هنا مش محتاجة there دي، أنا ممكن أقول a new shopping mall is in the area. طيب أنا عندي there يبقى هقول is دي هتيجي فين؟ يبقى there is a new shopping mall هيجي الفعل قبل الفاعل اللي هو mall. There is a new shopping mall in the area. طيب in Alibaba's cave was a treasure of gold. دي برضو صح، لأن in Alibaba's cave this is important to complete the meaning. مش هقدر أقول a treasure of gold is ولا a treasure of gold was، يبقى الجملة دي صح. To the south the jungle، لا معلش، to the south of the jungle is a river that you will have to cross. To the south of the jungle، ناقصة of معلش، to the south of the jungle is a river that you will have to cross. أنا ما أقدرش أقول a river is that you have to cross. فين؟ I need the expression of place at the beginning to complete the meaning. يبقى the verb will come before the subject. Is a river, not a river is. Around the corner is the post office. نفس الحكاية. Around the corner is the post office. جت في الأول يبقى you invert، لكن جت في الآخر you do not. أقول the post office is around the corner، لكن around the corner is the post office. طيب another problem with subjects and verbs inversion يعني is when we use negatives at the beginning of the sentence. يعني negative زي no, not, never, at no time. وبعد كده هنعرف hardly و scarcely و seldom والحاجات دي. طيب when these negatives come at the beginning of a sentence, the subject and the verb are inverted. يعني هقول not once ولا مرة did I miss a meeting at work. ما بقولش not once I missed a meeting at work. لا, not once did I miss a meeting at work. Never have I missed a meeting at work. At no time can I miss a meeting at work. طيب تعالوا نشوف السلايد اللي جاي. Certain words in English act as negative. يعني بتعمل عمل النفي. When they come at the beginning of the sentence, the verb and the subject are inverted. كلمة hardly و only once دي حاجات they do not mean never but they mean almost never. زي ما بنقول بالعربي بالكاد. بالكاد هي نفي. في الإنجليزي hardly و seldom و rarely و scarcely و only once كل الكلمات دي بتفيد النفي. إذا جت في أول جملة I invert the verb and the subject. طيب hardly ever do I miss a meeting at work. خدوا بالكم لأن أنا هنا عندي فعل miss فهستعمل do. طيب only once did I miss a meeting at work. هنا ماضي. When the negative expression is used before a subject and a verb in the middle of a sentence, they are also inverted. يعني إيه؟ I do not want to go and neither دي negative. It's a negative expression. جت في نص الجملة. برضو هقول and neither does she. مش هقول and neither she does. أي نفي يجي الفعل قبل الفعل. I am not going nor is she. مش nor she is. nor is she. طيب نعمل exercise 17 مع بعض. Each of the following sentence contains a negative or almost negative expression. زي hardly و seldom والكلام ده. تعالوا نشوف الجمل دي صح ولا غلط. Never the man visited his native town. طيب visited دي ايه؟ past tense. ايه الفعل المساعد بتاع past tense؟ did. و never جاية في الأول فهقول ايه؟ never did the man visit his native town. و visit طبعا هتبقى في الانفينيتيف. On no occasion ولا في أي مناسبة نفي. Did my parents refuse me anything? This is correct. Did my parents refuse? They were not invited to the wedding, nor did they expect to be. برضو دي صح. أنا عندي nor في وسط الجملة فالفعل هيجي قبل الفاعل. Nor did they expect to be. Only once in her life got she has full mark. Only once in her life ده برضو نفي. يبقى only once in her life مش got she has يبقى has she got full mark. Only once in her life has she got full mark. Did he go out of the house at no time? طيب دي طبعا أولا ما هيش سؤال وعندي الفعل جاي قبل الفاعل، وعندي at no time اللي أنا محتاجاه هنا إن at no time دي تيجي في أول الجملة. يبقى at no time did he go out of the house. طيب دي حالة تانية in which we invert subjects and verbs. معلش هنا this is skill number 18 مش مكتوب 18 معلش. طيب يعني ايه subjects and verbs are inverted with conditionals؟ You remember conditionals اللي هي بستعمل if ولا should ولا had ولا were. طيب in conditional clauses where the helping verb is had, should or were، مع الثلاث أفعال دول يا had يا should يا were، the if connector may be omitted. بشيل if and the verb and the subject are inverted. طيب بقول if I had taken more time the paper would have been better. طيب had taken هنا الhelping verb هو had، يبقى ممكن أشيل if بدل ما أقول I had taken أقول had I taken more effort، يعني لو كنت sorry had I taken more time لو كنت خدت وقت أطول the paper would have been better. طيب I would come if I were able to. احنا قلنا إن يكون عندي had أو should أو were. طيب I would come if I were able to، طبعا مع الكلوز بتاعت if، فهقول إيه؟ I would come were I able to، وهيبقى معناها برضو if I were able to، لأن مادام شلت، لكن مادام شلت if هحط were في الأول. If you should arrive early start the meeting. omit if وهقول should you arrive early start the meeting. طيب نعمل exercise 18. This is about conditionals وإذا كان ممكن، وقلنا لو عندي had أو were أو should ممكن أشيل if. Were my parents more understanding، يعني لو كان والدي متفهمين أكتر it would have been easier to talk to them. Were my parents، طيب ده معناها إنها كانت إيه؟ if my parents were، لكن ما دام عندي were ممكن أشيل if were تيجي قبل الفاعل. There is money in the drawer if should you، لا هي مفروض تبقى if you should، يا إما أشيل if وتبقى should you need any while I'm away. طيب there is money هقولها تاني بالحاجتين. There is money in the drawer if you should need any while I'm away، وممكن أشيل if وابتدي بshould زي ما هي معمولة هنا. There is money in the drawer should you need، يعني if you should you need any while I am away. Has she enough money left? She will buy a car. طيب الفعل هنا عندي ايه؟ has مش had، فما اقدرش اقول وما اقدرش كمان اقول had لان انا عندي will بعدين. طيب يبقى لازم اقول if she has enough money left she will buy a car. If she has enough money left she will buy a car. أنا بعمل الانفرجن ده لما يكون had بس أو should أو were. Had we known what happened دي صح. Had we known الفعل جه قبل. Had we known what happened we would have been there to help. يعني if we had known أو had we known. Inversion because there is no if. He would like to know could I change shifts with him. لا أنا عندي could. He would like to know if مفيش could I. if I could change shifts with him. مش بغير الفعل والفعل في الأماكن بتاعتهم. طيب آخر حالة in which you invert subjects and verbs is when you have a comparison. طيب in comparisons 3 forms are correct in English. 3 حاجات صح. ممكن أقول إيه؟ The train takes more hours to Luxor than the plane. أنا عندي هنا comparison. The train takes more hours than the plane. طيب the train takes more hours to Luxor than the plane does. من غير inversion. ممكن من غير الفعل اللي بعد comparison than the plane. ممكن أقول than the plane وممكن أقول than the plane does وممكن أقول than does the plane. ده معناه إن ممكن في comparison أجيب الفعل قبل الفاعل. طيب all 3 examples are correct in English. We can have the subject only and it is understood that the verb applies to both subjects اللي هو takes. Then the plane takes أو then the plane does اللي هي does. مش بنكرر الفعل، بنجيب الفعل المساعد اللي بنفس الزمن. We can have the subject followed by the verb than the plane does, and we can invert the subject and the verb which is more formal in English. ده بيبقى كتابة يعني رسمية أكتر في الإنجليزي than does the plane. طيب نعمل آخر exercise في الليكتشر دي. هنشوف أنا هنا كله عندي comparisons وأشوف الجمل صح ولا لأ. Elections have attracted more voters than have other elections in the past. Than have other elections in the past. جبت الفعل قبل الفعل. صح طبعا. We were much more attracted to the film than did the younger viewers. الفعل عندي هو were مش did مش do. طيب هقول we were much more attracted to the film than the younger viewers وبس من غير فعل. وممكن أقول we were much more attracted to the film than the young viewers were. وممكن أقول we were much more attracted to the film than were the younger viewers مش did. The pizza we ate at Domino's was far tastier than any other pizza. صح. ممكن أقول than any other pizza الفعل عندي was وممكن أقول than was any other pizza وممكن أقول than any other pizza was. Groceries اللي هي حاجات البقالة bought at the market من السوق are far cheaper than are those الفعل في الأول are those bought at metros. Then are those bought at metros صح. وthen those bought at metros are برضو صح. وبرضو than those bought at metro من غير أي أفعال صح. I am sorry that our circumstances now as bad as circumstances before. لا. I am sorry that circumstances now are as bad as circumstances before. وممكن أقول I am sorry that circumstances لا دي ما تنفعش إلا كده. I am sorry that circumstances now are as bad as circumstances before. As circumstances now. لا لازم RTD بعدها. طيب alright, that ends our fourth lecture. We meet again for lecture 5 inshallah. Thank you very much.